All right, what's up, everybody? It's Grieshaber cage side. Really, well, the cage is in there, but you get the feeling. We're here at UFC 213 in Fight Week. It's Ultimate Media Day, and the ultimate guy who's always ready for Ultimate Media Day, no matter what. He's got the shirt, he's got the chain, the glasses, the hair. Always Showtime. Anthony Pettis, what's happening, man? Good to see you again.
You too.
How you doing?
Good, man. I'm chilling. Just enjoying life right now.
All right, well, here you are after 2 fights down at featherweight. You're back up at lightweight, a little bit easier for you to make this weight. Kind of reassessing yourself and your career as you were going to drop down to featherweight. It worked out for you in the first fight. The last one you had major health issues with the weight cut toward the end. Talk about this whole journey for you, man, from being a champ to changing weight classes and now coming back where you belong.
Yeah, I mean, it's all a journey. I mean, from going to being the kid on the WC first fight to the champ to the Wheaties box to the cage kick, it's all a journey. And you just gotta stick and move. I mean, as a fighter, you just learn to adapt. You don't want to lose. Obviously, I don't want to lose, but I'm fighting the best in the world. I'm not fighting, like, my last 5 fights aren't scrubs. I'm fighting champions or soon next to be champions or former champions. So, I think people forget that. They forget who I'm fighting. They expect me to come out and jump off cages every time and kick people in the face and get my hand raised. I would love to do that, but it obviously didn't happen that way. And I'm just sticking and moving. I think, I just got to adapt, get better, and grow as a fighter.
Anthony Showtime Pettis here at UFC 213 against Jim Miller. And I mentioned a former champ, talking to you about the fighters and the caliber of fighters that you've been fighting. But more important for me, I feel like Anthony Pettis, when you're on your game 100%, you can beat anybody in the world, and I know you still feel that way. But it's been a quiet camp for you this time. Yes. The weight hasn't been an issue. It's just been on point the whole time. And no outside distractions like your car's blowing up in your driveway this time around.
Yeah. Crazy. I mean, that Holloway fight was something I definitely wasn't prepared for. I mean, that event wasn't something I was prepared for. It was like a crazy thing to have your cars blown up 4 weeks before you're about to fight. But Milwaukee is a dangerous place. And I grew up in a bad neighborhood my whole life. And I knew that's there, but I thought I moved further away enough where I was out of that little corner, but I guess not. Some kids decided to come initiate into a gang, and they saw some Range Rovers and a Porsche in the driveway, and they blew up the cars, man. They set them on fire. So now I'm getting these apology letters from these kids that are in juvenile that can't get their names because they're so young. So there's nothing I can do about it. I can't retaliate. I can't blame, point the fingers. It's some young kids that are just misguided. So I guess I just got to use my stage and where I'm at to just show the positive out of it.
And for this time around, mentioning no distractions in camp makes for an Anthony Pettis who's ready mentally, coming in 100% focused on the fight with no distractions. Yeah. How much better has it made this camp for you than the previous 2? I
mean, this camp was enjoyable because I wasn't just running and cutting weight the whole time. Last 2 camps, all I could do was cut weight. I was doing my training, but at 160 pounds, my body's so fragile, I couldn't go hard sparring, I couldn't go hard rolling. I'm back to feeling strong, man. I was training with a 170, 185er for the whole camp, and I felt amazing, so I feel very confident going to this fight.
How do you get back to being the Anthony Pettis of old if you still aren't or weren't in your previous fights, and get back to, I know, where you want to take it, and that is getting that belt back around your waist?
Yeah, the goal is not to be the old Anthony Pettis. It's a new, refined Anthony Pettis. I've learned so much. I've gotten so much better in all of my martial arts. I'm stronger this time around. I just got to go out there and make the fans go crazy. That's what they want. They want somebody who's going to knock out guys, submit guys, and finish fights. And I got a guy over there it's hard to finish. So my work's out cut out for me for Saturday.
We know it's a sport made for great athletes, and you've always been one, but one of the things that great athletes have always told me, Anthony, is as they get a little bit older, that mental game kicks in even more. Not only with your approach to the fight in the cage, but leading up to it, your whole mentality. How much has that whole process helped you, and how much better do you think you are with the fact that you're so much mentally stronger and more experienced than you were as a kid, and having so many things coming your way so soon?
Yeah, I mean, as a kid, you're just young and naive. You think you're invincible. I can go do 100 training sessions and be fine. And that's what I went to within the fights, and it worked out for me. But as you transition to having a long career, and that's what I want to have, a long career. I don't want to be a quick stunt and be done. I want to have a long career, have good fights. Your mindset has changed a little bit. You got to weigh out your odds. You got to weigh out is this workout going to take me past my breaking point? Do I need this workout? So I kind of just balanced it out right. The workouts I felt I needed to push 100% on, I pushed through. I got my body in prime shape scientifically. I saw the heart rate. I saw everything I needed to do, opposed to just doing 100 workouts a day.
That's Anthony Showtime Pettis here, cage side with me, Jim Grieshaber, and one more for you, man. You envision yourself winning this fight, obviously. Jim Miller's that first step back for you.
Yeah.
What do you expect from him? How does that happen? How do you win this fight, and where do you go from here?
I expect Jim to come put the pressure. You know, he's going to come, try holding me on the cage, take me down, grab me out. He's not going to try to strike with me. I mean, he might try to strike with me, but you know, I just got to find his chin. You know, I find his chin. He has a weak body. We saw it in the Cerrone fight. I got a lot of options. I just got to figure out which way I want to go.
All right, and then what about in the future from there?
I don't know yet. We haven't decided what's next. I mean, all we've been thinking about is that guy right there.
No question about it. Anthony Showtime Pettis, always a class act, man. Good to see you focused, 100% ready to go.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
All right, here we are, cage side seat, UFC 213, Ultimate Media Day.